One, two, one, two, one, one, two, one, two. Bear Truth is in the building. What's going down? Man, what's happening with everybody? Yeah, man. Boy, it has been a quick little minute since I got a chance to get back on here. As you could tell in my voice, man, I'm dragging a little bit. I just woke up. I got to go to work. I was supposed to go on yesterday, but we had to go in early. I got to tell you, man, the hell with factory jobs. You dig what I'm saying? I take my hat off to any and everybody that can work a factory job, whether it's Arconic, John Deere, Perina, Kraft, Tyson's, etc. You dig what I'm saying? Uh, Anybody that's working like a factory job, man, we need it. You know what I mean? We need y'all, we need us, but it ain't my thing. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I don't really do good with factory jobs. I ain't gonna even lie. Uh, One of the reasons being is that you get into the season and then they start forcing like overtime. You know what I mean? And so when they start forcing overtime, I don't care who you are, what you got going on, you got to come in there. You know what I mean? And one of the like yesterday was one of those days where we got some people who will pull that overtime card and don't really even need us. You know what I mean? And so now here we are. We got to wake up early. We got to try to come into work. And then when we come into work, we doing other people's jobs or we just doing something else. And it's like, man, I really could have did the podcast. I really could have used another hour or two of sleep. You know what I mean? I got some other stuff I need to do. Uh, it just ain't my life, B. Um, I like stuff where I can probably like dress up. I never really even did the factory jobs. I always did like telemarketing or something, or like collections, customer service, something I could talk over the phone where I can get fresh, get off work, and be able to go do something else. So I ain't really with this, but I tell you this, that's maybe one of the reasons why they give you like good benefits, and that's probably why they pay the way that they pay. Is because you run people in the dirt. You know what I mean? And after they run you in the dirt, or you get hurt or something like that, then you got different types of issues. And so, man, good looking out. When I posted it, I was hoping that people would catch on to like the Monday thing that I'm doing. And so, I got a few people that's in here, and so we got a few little stuff to talk about. Check out my jacket though, B. Check that out. How you love that? It's the bare truth. 74, not 74 like I'm folks or nothing like that. What up to 74? My cousin from out there in Indianapolis. Yeah, but 74, year I was born in. You know what I mean? When you 50, you don't really play a lot. You know what I mean? I ain't playing with y'all. For real, for real. Everything is serious. We branding ourselves. We trying to get there and do it because the podcast is the big thing. And so I got a few little tricks I'm gonna try this year. Me and G Nice has got to get the ball head nets rocking, man. Our schedules just conflict and we just ain't got the time. Saturdays I be DJing and we supposed to get that cracked off, but we gonna get it together, man. And so don't trip. The DJ thing been going pretty good. About a couple of weeks ago, I had a DJ gig. It kind of went rough. The internet service down in the basement where we was throwing it at, man, it just kept on cutting it off. And once people get a little liquor in their system and they get to jamming, man, do not stop the music. And one of the things that I'm learning now that we DJing is like, especially like birthday parties. So if you hit me up and you want me to do your birthday party, and like say for instance, my man, I think he was turning 65. Really smooth dude, dressed really fresh. He looked out for me. He hit me. He bought my juice. You know what I mean? That's one of the requirements for me to come DJ for you. You got to have the sparkling juice because I don't drink liquor. So you got to make sure that since I can't go and get nothing to drink, they had somebody fix me a plate and they made sure that I had my juice. But when you got younger people that's coming to your birthday party, they always running up and they want you to play a request. You know what I mean? Play this, play that. Can you play something like this? And so then they'll get out on the floor and dancing. But then my man is 65, so some of his people is in there, and then they like, well, you ain't playing no stepper music, you ain't playing no Isley Brothers, and so you're trying to get into your groove where you go new school. Mid like 80s, 90s, and make sure you throw in something for the old school people. Because to tell you the truth, back in the days, like big, we used to slow dance at parties. And so they really wanted to hear like some slow music. They wanted to slow dance. Like y'all young people that's in y'all 20s and y'all 30s, y'all little clubs, y'all don't play no slow music. And that's the reason why y'all be in there fighting. Because when you play slow music, you find you a girl to dance with, you get to shoot your shot in her ear, and you might get to leave with something. Y'all in there all angry and stuff. She over there, uh, turned over, twerking. Her girls are slapping her on her butt, so she out there dancing with her girls. Y'all standing in the back, rapping all these hardcore lyrics and stuff. You seen what just happened at the Shine Box? So they got the fighting and throwing chairs out there at Candyman's birthday. Candyman old school. So he threw a little something, and it's like, man, y'all tear up the place. Y'all got to stop that, man. Real talk. If you go inside of a place, man, and you ain't mature enough to handle a beef like outside or in there, like, or even if you got a problem with the security, man, once you, it's kind of hard to say, because when people get liquor in their system, they act monkey. They get monkey to death. I tell you that right now. And that liquor is sometimes that could be that oil, that monkey oil. If you can't handle your liquor, you get in there. Next thing you know, y'all want to turn up and fight. Y'all ain't doing nothing but shutting it down for everybody else. And so pretty soon, y'all ain't gonna have nowhere to go. Cause I'm telling you, I'm thinking about hollering at this little spot and trying to see if I can get it like one day out the week. And I promise you, my spot, man, when I do my little thing, if God is willing, if that's what He want me to do, jump up and do like a little spot, like on the weekends to give people something to do. You're gonna have to be 30 to get in my, you know what I mean? I ain't partying with y'all in the 20s. I love y'all, you know what I mean? God bless y'all. I ain't partying with y'all though, because y'all come out, man, and then y'all get to showing out. Every time y'all come out, y'all wanna tear up something, and you come party with me. Like we used to have that in Indianapolis. We used to have this little club called Seville's, and I used to go there when I was like younger. But like Seville was one of them clubs, man, where you couldn't wear no tennis shoes. You know what I mean? You couldn't even get in there with like certain stuff that was like gangster. You had to really get it together. So if you go inside there, you had to have your grown man on. And most of the time when you see people with their grown man on, or a woman is in there, she classy or something, she got on her heels or some nice like little shoes, and he got on, you know what I mean, like some hard bottom, something dope with a fresh little sweater on or something. Man, ain't nobody trying to fight. They too clean. You know what I mean? They fresh to death. Ain't nobody in there trying to fight when they, you know what I mean, when they fresh. But it's just like with the younger generation, it ain't just like that with y'all. I mean, in some of our instances, some of our places was like that. But we never used to do it like that where every time you turn around, it was just a fight, fight, fight. I mean, Shine Box, I've been having like a fight like every weekend, and so pretty soon, whoever doing that was a good gesture, but it's finna get shut down. You dig what I'm saying? Police right around the corner too. They right there in like 30 seconds, man. So you going to jail. So I don't even know what y'all doing. It's about to get hot. And I don't know what they're gonna keep doing with Yoshi's, but you pretty soon y'all ain't gonna have nowhere to go. You know what I mean? Y'all just gonna be outside, and what? When you go to like the skylight, I like the environment that Skylar and them set up there, like her and Tasha and they family. They sell like wine. This ain't wine, like, but they got people in there drinking this. They got nice little cool music, couches and stuff. The atmosphere is different. You know what I mean? And so it's set up like, what I mean. We want to come out, we want to have a good time and go home. Don't nobody want to come out and don't know if you coming home. You come out, you might go to the hospital messing with some of y'all little young ones, man. Y'all gotta get it together, bro. Real talk. Get it together. Because the Quad Cities, even though we're like a little small, like, town, city, Rock Island, Davenport, Bettendorf, Moline, East Moline. You can even throw in Silvis and Milan and stuff like that. Um, when we go and we come together, we can have some nice stuff, like the white party. That's dope. The black party, that's dope. I like what Devin and them do when he do his thing. Whitball, he does a nice little job, you know what I mean, with his thing. James Travis. Hey, what's up, brother Jay? You know what? I've been meaning to hit you back, man. Sorry, I missed you, but yeah, I definitely meant to hit you back, brother. Um, I just been working and then cutting hair like crazy. Caught strep throat, and I was thrown down for like about a week, and got into the habit of like every time I'm tired, I watch church on the phone because as soon as I can get up, if I can just hear them singing and hear the word from the crib, it just got into a routine. I got to break it, got to get on back in there. So I meant to come this Sunday, was tired, and got to be there like next Sunday. Next Sunday, Easter Sunday. Everybody want to come out on Easter Sunday, but I miss the congregation, I miss the fellowship, I miss the prayers, the hugs and stuff like that, man. So yep, I definitely miss you and the rest of my family at Mount Sinai Christian Fellowship. Uh, but yeah, young people, get that together. What's up, Tree? I'm chilling. Somebody level up. I don't know who that is, but what's good? What the what, bro? I'm proud of you, bro. Came on straight, positive, motivational speaker. Hey, man, listen. You know what I mean? We got to do something different. God just blessed me a couple of weeks ago to turn the 50 ball. And even before then, I kind of felt like it was time for me to reinvent myself and do something different, and it works for me. He said, "It's me, Bob." Oh, what's up, Bob? What's up, my dude? Um, this is Nicole. I'm about to put Nicole on phone. Watch her say, "Bree need a haircut." Watch this. Dang, she hung up. I missed her. Missed call. If she called me back. But she be having a good food out there at the Shine Box. So if anybody ever pull up on Nicole, Grubs on Wheels, check her out. All right, she ain't let me down yet. The chicken, the fish, the fries with the lemon pepper seasoning. I know she been doing like a lot of Polishes and po' boy sandwiches, fries and stuff like that. Nicole Grubs on Wheels, man, go check her out. And right now we've been rocking with Ken Lee. Ken Lee been feeding us up there at Craft. He come through there with sacks like every night. And so I don't know. I looked at my cash app. I done spent hundreds with Ken Lee just on food. And so God bless and thank Ken Lee for doing that. But yeah, Bob, we just trying to do something. Local Los, what's up, baby? I ain't hollered at you in a minute, my dude. We got to get together. Tony, what's up out there in LA? Hey, I seen your little thing. Guess what, man? I'm trying to come back in June. I'm gonna try to come back out to LA in June, and this time, we going we definitely gonna plug. You probably just have to come get me, or I might just try to get a rent a car. And so I just plugged up with somebody else that was from out there in LA that I contacted when I was out there in LA, and we didn't get a chance to see each other. So I don't know, man. I gotta holler at Cuz, and I'm gonna try to get back out there to that. Yeah, for sure, Ken. You already know it, man. Man, my mom, she said the next time you come over, you got to come upstairs. When you sent the ribs with the potato salad and she started tasting the potato salad spaghetti, she said, "You tell me that boy cooked this food?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "That's Ken. He can't, he cooked that. That's the one that be sending us the." She said, "Next time you come over here, tell him." I said, "He better come upstairs." I think she want to give you a hug or something, fam. But yeah, she be enjoying the food, man. And so that's what it is. But listen, I got to go to work. I'm already 15 minutes into it. Let me get to what I was trying to tell y'all about. I'm gonna show y'all a little video, and I think this should resonate with like a lot of people. And just just follow it because I got a few little situations that's going on. I want to try to explain them and break them down, but I don't want to call out no names and I don't want to do any shaming. But it fits the topic, and this is what it is. And it was like, stop playing and make it right. And what I was meaning by that when I said that, as we get older in life, sometimes, man, you fall out with some people, you know. Y'all get into some beef, whether it's minor, whether you was really offended, whether it was something big, something personal. Sometimes, man, people get into it and they can be family, they can be the closest of friends. It can happen like in a relationship. You got a good relationship going on with somebody, you can hurt this person, and people can misuse the word sorry and say, "I'm sorry" over here. Sometimes people don't even apologize. Sometimes they just, they might hurt your feelings, whether they meant to or not, and then they'll just keep going. Sometimes people got pride where it's too hard for them to say, "I'm sorry, I messed up." And so when I say stop playing, make it right. Because we all know, man, life ain't promised to nobody. And so you here one day and then the next day you can be gone. And sending up prayers for John Skull and the family, man. That's my guy from the town. Uh in the hospital. He's going through some things. And man, listen, it just hurt because from 2023 all the way up until like 2024, we just losing. A couple of weeks ago, we just buried my little cousin, Zaya, Deja. I can't pronounce her name right. I wish I had her card, but she was only like 15 years old. That's my little cousin by Nissa and Dan Lee. And so I don't know the story, so I'm not going to talk about what happened. And only thing I know is that she is not here and she should still be here. You dig what I'm saying? And so, not to just try to flip into the mode of death, to make the main thing is that you never know when somebody is going to leave. And so, I don't want to be on that end and then have to pop up at somebody's funeral and never got a chance to say, "I love you. I love you. Man, I miss you. Like, what's up?" And so, when I say stop playing, make it right, go back, man, and amend that and make that right. If you broke your girlfriend's heart or your girl, somebody that you know that's in your corner, go make that right. Stop playing with people, man, and go make it right. Sometimes you just gotta admit you a jive turkey, you a dirtbag, you dropped the ball. Go back and make it right. Everybody ain't perfect, man. It don't mean. And here's the thing. One of the things I'm gonna show y'all the video. I'm not gonna tell y'all too much, but that's the motive of the topic. But check this shorty out. She said some really dope stuff. And then I'm gonna go through some of my notes that I got, and then we're gonna break it down. And y'all tap in, y'all chime in, and y'all say what up. Okay, here we go.
Why are my apologies not working? First things first, whenever you are about to apologize, are you trying to defend your position? Are you justifying what it is that you did? The reason why I say this is because it's easy for you to say, I'm sorry, and not realize everything that comes with that apology. Apology needs accountability. When anybody says accountability, they mean for you to own up for what it is that you did, understand the impact of your behavior and how you influence the reaction that you probably have received. Create some type of amends, some type of resolve, maybe a promise that shows that you understand, because empathy needs to be included. So you need to be able to try to understand your partner's perspective, even if you don't agree. You can simply say, I feel ashamed for making you feel this way. I'm sorry. This is what I will do in the future so we can prevent this from happening. You want to be able to create some type of solution so that way the apology is really effective. So acknowledge, accept, validate, empathize, and offer. Make sure you offer a solution or some type of promise that says that you're going to try your hardest not to do it again.
Make it right. Go back and apologize. Make it right. Go back and apologize. You was just as wrong as two left shoes. You know you wrong for what you did. Now go get it together, okay? I love you, but you gotta go fix it. Go fix it.
That's really real. Yeah. What she said, that was really real. Make it right. Make it right. Go back and fix it. You know, one of the things, the biggest things that I think is really popping, like when it comes to an apology, is pride. Sometimes, apologizing sometimes make a person might feel like a punk, or it might make them feel like they weak or something, you know. And especially like when you're in prison, ain't nobody really, on the side of the apology. Like, I know some real people that will do it. You dig? I'm good at it, but not always good at it when somebody hurts me. Like if I mess up, I can honestly come to somebody and be like, I dropped the ball. That's my bad. I pray about stuff like that. And if it's offending me, if it's eating me up, then I know it's God telling me like, go say something. Go get that together. And the longer I try to chill or try to duck and dodge that, it'll burn me and it'll eat me up. And so I will apologize. Now, excuse me. One of the things that I think I might need an apology for, and I mean I talked about this a lot. So just listen. I done said this before. To institutionalize. Don't want to use that as a crutch or an excuse for some of like my actions or like my behavior, man. But I gotta tell you, uh, I'm in this. I go through these phases where I just want to be by myself, and I just want to just like sometimes like take days off where I just want to handle projects, think and focus and do stuff. And I try to tell people all the time, like, it's nothing personal. So when you see this part of me and you see me go into this little zone, just know that this is where I'm going, and it's nothing personal. But what happens every time I go through this? Now all of a sudden they offended. Oh, you don't talk to nobody no more. You don't call me. Or then you get the indirect messages all on Facebook, little stories, not speaking to me or saying what you want to say to me, but just saying like little stuff that I'll know you talking about me, or maybe talking about something that we might have went through or something, just kind of like indirect. And that ain't gonna do nothing but like make me just like, okay, I'm gone. Cause I don't do drama, I don't do messy. I don't get in people business, and I don't want people in my business, and I don't like to do that. So I try to stay clear of it. But I'm wrong for that. And I don't know how to get out of it. I don't know how to get out of that funk where I can't get back into like returning phone calls. So many people be calling for the barbershop, and I don't want to use that as an excuse. So many people be calling for spam calls that sometimes I put my phone on silent and I let it go. Because when it's running like that, I can't really do nothing. I can't get no sleep. And that's one of the reasons why I hate this factory job. I don't hate it. Let me take that word back. That's big. That's a big stupid word. I don't hate the job. Thank God for the job, and that the job has been a blessing. I always want to have an attitude of gratitude. But man, it's wearing me down, and it's making me tired. And when I get tired and sleepy, I'm grumpy. I don't, I really want to be in loner mode. And it's easy for me to do that because I just did 15 years of it. It's so easy for me to just like hit the switch and just go into my little huddle, my little force field, and just do me. That is ridiculous. And so that's what happens sometimes, you know. And I just be wanting to apologize to people for that because it's nothing personal. It's just one of my flaws, that I got. And so it's kind of hard to break out of. I've been talking to psychs. I done did all of that. I done did praying, you know what I mean? And as of right now, man, it is what it is. But listen to what she was saying though, real talk. When you apologize to somebody, you got to drop that pride. First thing, a few things that she said. I had it like this with the 4 R's. uh, about apology being real. It's got to be real. Number one, you got to be sincere when you come to somebody. You have to actually, like put yourself in their shoes. You got to try to empathize with what they feeling. Never overlook people's feelings and feel like okay, because you did something or you didn't do something that they shouldn't feel how they feel. See, as people, as humans, sometimes we got this problem, man. We'll always assume, like, say, for instance, if they did something that that you would have did and you thought it wouldn't have been a problem, you might automatically assume that hey, uh, that right there wouldn't piss me off. I don't really care about stuff like that. But then all of a sudden, when you do it to them, they offended, they hurt, and they don't like it. You know what I mean? And when they bring it to you, you'll brush their feelings off and make it seem as if, oh, you tripping or you on something. And that ain't it. Here's the situation right here. Don't always assume that the way that you feel is how other people feel. And if they say that they hurt, you know what I mean? Take it into accountability. You know what I mean? Be real about your apology. If you ain't really sincere, stop throwing the word sorry out there. You know what I mean? People done got so used to I'm sorry, because it sounds good and it makes a person feel like, okay, but you ain't sorry because you continue to keep doing the same thing over and over and over. And that when it becomes a routine and becomes repeat, you done burnt your bridges with I'm sorry, because now ain't nobody gonna believe you. And now you done lost trust. And once you lose trust with this person, that's normally how it go. So basically it's gotta be a real apology. And you gotta regret hurting people's feelings. Like I know it's some like some dog people out here in this world. I done been in a joint and I done seen some people. You dig what I'm saying? That Catrice, where have you been all of my life? You the one that got most of this stuff started. You see how I've been stepping up trying to get all these people to invites and stuff like that, and then you just disappeared. That's my people, Catrice, on here, man. We supposed to have been doing some podcasts and everything. I know you was busy. Are you still in America, back in America, or back in Africa? Wherever it is at, we got to talk. So when this is over with, you got to hit my line. I got to hit your line or something. Good to see you, sweetheart. But you gotta, what I mean, understand that, man, it ain't cool, man, when people hurt your feelings or when somebody do you wrong. And man, that's an ugly feeling, especially like in like relationships. I remember the first time I had my heart broke, man. It hurt in the stomach. It make you don't want to eat. You dig what I'm saying? And all of a sudden you be thinking in your head, you be playing the situation out over and over again. You done came up with so many different types of scenarios. Now you done start thinking of violence on like different ways. You want to hit somebody in the face with a brick, like I'm gonna slide up on her and hit him in the face. I'm gonna hit her in the face. You dig what I'm saying? And so I'm telling you, a broken heart sucks, bro. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. And so when somebody break your heart, it's never cool. And me, I have been in a situation where I have hurt some people. You know what I mean? What you say, Patrice? Okay, she says, laughing, but inbox me. Yeah, I'm trying to. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying. Um, but it hurts, man. And so, fellas, if I could just give you this, always be empathetic when you're dealing with a woman and her heart and her feelings. And I'll tell you this, TT, what's up, man? You know what I thought that cake was? I thought that was like a box of napkins, or so. I did not know it was a cake. When you sent me the pictures, I didn't know what it was, and then when you said it was a cake, I was like, they built the building to a T. I was like, that's crazy. But yeah, cuz I'll be up there to see y'all and give y'all some hugs and stuff. I'm coming up there for the Cat Williams. I'll be up there April 6th. All right, so I will see you. But man, it hurt, man. If you ever had your heart broke, man, that's one of the funkiest feelings in the world. And so like Fellas, I know you done probably had your heart broke because it's gonna happen to you. If you done did it to somebody else, it's gonna happen to you. So stop thinking that ladies don't have a right to feel the way that they feel. Especially when you know you done did it wrong, or you got it wrong, you dropped the ball, or you did something and you hurt their feelings. You got to be able to empathize and regret that what you did to it. Next thing is responsibility. Other words, we could say accountability. You got to be able to be accountable, and really own up to it. And I think that's where the pride comes in at it, because nobody don't want to be wrong. Everybody want to feel like they got it right. Or the first thing that they'll do is, I'm sorry, but this was what happened. You see what I'm saying? Even when I said I was sorry about me not getting back to people or going into my loner thing, I still talk about the barbershop and about, working and being tired and prison and all of that. And as much as I hate to use prison as a crutch or an excuse, sometimes you just got to say, you sorry. You got to figure this out. You got to figure out a way to do better, be better, and treat people better. You know what I mean? And, but it ain't gonna never happen if you don't try to empathize with how they feel. If you don't regret breaking their heart, if you love a person, you ain't out here trying to hurt them. I don't get that. You know what I mean? If you really love a person, you ain't out here trying to hurt them. So, and that's like on a different situation, because you just got people that do bogus stuff. And I ain't just talking about in relationship. You got people that try to get over you, borrow some money from you, don't even want to pay you back. Listen, if you say you hurting and I give you something, I'm giving you that. But if you come and you holler at me like, man, can I hold this? Can I borrow this? You owe me that back. You got to bring that back to the house. You got to come on back with that, and I'm gonna be looking for that too. And so when I'm looking for that, I don't really want to see you out shopping. I don't want to come to the mall and you in there buying Jordans and J's. I don't want to see you at the club, at the bar. You know what I'm saying? To each his own to what you do with your money. But when you owe me, you gotta come on back. You don't know what I had to do with that. You got to bring that back to the house. You dig what I'm saying? And people stop taking advantage of people. Or you think just because they got it like that you can come borrow from them and you ain't got to give it back. It ain't my fault that you at the status that you at and you ain't up here. So don't be looking at other people like they done leveled up and that they doing good, like cuz y'all got a business and all of that. And then all of a sudden you come and borrow from them like, oh man, y'all got good jobs. Y'all driving around in good cars and come borrow these people money and then don't even want to give it back. You dig what I'm saying? Come on, man. You got to do better than that. Get that back for real, for real. What up, cuz? That's my cousin Cowboy and them from Nat, man. Hey, listen, man. When I come up there, man, we got to get together, family. We got to link. I'm gonna try to get you and Ronnie on the podcast, man. I want to see, man, if we could talk about the block. You know what I mean? I want to talk about the block, man, and how we grew up and stuff like that. I miss y'all, my dude. Every time I pop up, I see love every once in a while. But when I get up there, for real, Cowboy, we gonna get together, my dude. And me and Ronnie been chopping it up too, man. So I don't care if we don't do nothing but go somewhere and break bread. TT, while you on deck, I was wondering, I'm just throwing it out in the air. Um, if we could have did possibly Cowboy, y'all, let's see if we can do a 16th Street reunion. Get everybody out and let's go to All Stars, man, and rent it out for like the weekend and get the food, get bottles and stuff. Everybody come up there, DJ. Let's dance and chop it up and take pictures because we ain't seen each other. Everybody that's from like 16th Street, you know what I mean? That would be dope if we can get together and do something like that. So I'm just throwing that out there in the air. But the next thing that I would like to say, being responsible, is being accountable, also coming up with like a remedy, like, sitting down and really like chopping it up with somebody, uh about how you can do something better. Don't ever be afraid to take advice from people, because we ain't got it together, we all ain't got it right. you know um I'll listen to anybody if it makes sense. If it makes sense and I feel like I can apply it to my life, I always do that. Like I always been like that. I've been like that with like Bible studies, just and this is just a method that I go through. Don't necessarily have to be with this. But like when I go somewhere to I go to somebody churches, first of all, is what my man saying, is it in the Bible? Can I go look in the Bible and see what he said? And go find his scripture, read that scripture, and that makes sense to what he said. Then number two, how can I take what that man said and apply it to my life and make me better? You dig what I'm saying? And then how can I give it to somebody else as a gem or a nugget to maybe help them grow? And so take that as a remedy and say, okay, what you saying? Is there some truth in it? Can I step outside of my shoes, look at me, and really say, all right, I'm messing up. I can see how you took that wrong, or I can see how that went bad. Number two, now I love you. You my dog, you my girl, you my wife, you my sister, you my brother, you my whatever you are. Man, how can we get this relationship back so I can make sure that this ain't what we doing? I don't do this, I don't say this, so I hurt you. And then after that, you know what I mean? How can I turn around and get away from that? So you know that we ain't bringing that back into our thing. Jerry Ann says, okay, that's a little bit too hard for me to put up there. But let me read it. Jerry Ann said Romans 2:12 explains that people are held accountable to God's word, and whatever extent they understand it, all who sin apart from the law will also perish apart from the law, and all who sin under the law will be judged by the law. In other words, the more you know, the greater your level of accountability. I got to give you that one because that's exactly right. And Romans is one of my favorite books. So I'm gonna put it up there for people that don't understand. You know what I mean? She just dropped the gem. You know what I mean? It's just saying like this right here. Basically, what she's saying in a nutshell. If you knew better, you would do better. And now that you know, you got to show. You got to show people that. You dig what I'm saying? And that's all it is. So once you say I'm sorry, now you know what you did and what you said and how you offended that person. Now you got the wisdom to not do that no more. Because you know, if I do this right here, you don't like that. That's how we don't get down like that. And so if I do this, I mean, that ain't gonna do nothing but make us have conflict. So turn away from around that and stop doing that. You dig what I'm saying? Don't just don't do that because that ain't for us. That's if you really love me. You just don't do that. You know what I mean? And one of the other things that I was thinking about too, apologizing don't mean that you weak. It doesn't mean and you know not also that you're always wrong. But what it does mean is that you love this person enough that you're gonna apologize to them because you don't want to hurt them. You know what I mean? Um, I done hurt some people in my life, you know, and it ain't in my character, it ain't in my wheelhouse. Some of the things I done did off of liquor, some of the moves and decisions I done made, it's just like, man, that ain't Bear, that ain't me. That ain't how we get down. And so, you know, we have to be conscious of apologizing and making sure that, you know, you put your ego to the side and your pride and stuff like that. And you do that as quick as possible. I'm gonna show y'all this other video because we're gonna switch lanes because I got a situation. But let me tell you about this little situation that I was going through. I got to get this one off my chest. Okay, so I got this friend, man, and I love her like my sister. We done been through everything. We done been broke together. We done came up together as far as like hustling. You know, I done slept at her house. I cut her son's hair, you know what I mean, and wound up cutting her grandson's hair. She has a baby by one of my best friends that I grew up with ever since we were single digits. And so ever since, you know, he introduced me to her or we and her started hanging out, it's just like we was locked in. And so we on the wrong side of the tracks right now. And our friendship is not on the up and up. And so, how it happened in a nutshell, she's got a friend who does like work, you know, and you know he comes through. You can call him. He come through. Man, he can do anything, you know, with a gun and a saw, nails, hammers, and stuff like that. Handyman come through, do really good work. You know what I mean? He like transform the basement and put everything in here that I wanted to have in here. Now, on the flip side of that, of him being so awesome at what he do, sometimes he'll drop the ball on putting things together or coming back and fixing some stuff. Fam is one of the coolest people, you know what I mean, in the world when you sit down and you chop it up with him, you know. Um, when you having a conversation with him, he's super smooth. He's super positive. He's super uplifting. Give you anything, you know, anything. The man to give it to you. And I don't know what's in his character to make him make this type of stuff happen to him. But a situation happened where he got to doing some work, and as he got to doing more and more work, other little stuff was like falling apart. Supposed to come back and fix it, never come back and fix it. And you know, you got my money. You dig what I'm saying, fam? You got my money. It's like, damn, I'm steadily calling you. I love you, man. You my dude, because you rock with her. You rock with her. I rock with you. You dig what I'm saying? And so it's like, man, can you come back? And he just never showing up. You know, now to each his own. If you want to smoke weed and you want to do this and you want to do that, but man, turned around and you did some stuff for my OG. You did some stuff for my mom, and she paid you. You know what I mean? And she don't work. My mom get disability. So when she come out of her purse to give you anything, you know, she getting this about a month. You dig what I'm saying? And so some stuff happened, which I don't want to go into that, to where he couldn't come back and do the job. He kind of hurt himself on the job. I don't know if he was high or whatever, but he hurt himself on the job, right? And so after he got back healed, it was like, fam, You got the bathroom floor and they're looking a mess. We got wood pieces all over the place. It's just not put back together. But it's you. We love you. Get yourself together, get back healthy, come on back and put it together. Just would never come back. Never show back up, never, you know what I mean? I'm leaving a message, but then every time I say something to him, oh yeah, I'll come back over there and I'll do it. And then after months go by, weeks turn into a month, then it turned into a couple of months, and she's steadily asking me. I done got shitty now, because now that's my mama. You know what I mean? Um, I joke and I play and stuff like that, but with my mom, I really don't. I ain't gonna even front. I don't really play, even though we bump heads sometimes, this and that. That's my everything. That's my rock. And when she hurt and she get offended, and I know she right, I'ma ride with her, because when I'm wrong, when I done got myself into a jam and she know it ain't me, she gonna ride with me. She rode that whole 15 out with me every week. We talked on the phone every month. She put money on my phone to make sure I can have, money to call her, to make phone calls. She scrambled. She made calls for me. If anything happened to me, at the prison I'm talking about, I got a mama that'll call the prison, call the warden. She want to know what's going on with her son. Where is he at? Where y'all holding him at? She like that. And so I'm March 4th, she March 11th. I could say less about that. Leave that alone. I think everybody know what I'm saying about my mama. So it came time for me and this person to connect and kind of do what we normally do with like the haircuts and stuff like that. And so now I'm kind of fed up with Buddy. So I say, so how is this gonna work now? Because when I come around, I ain't messing with dude. Because what he just did to my mom, that was low down. And like now we just not gonna hire him for no more work. We just, he got that little change. And if that's what it costs to, like, okay, get him on away from around here. Because now every time I left you a message on the phone, I told you how I felt. You didn't respond to that. You didn't come over. You didn't show up. You didn't do it. So now I'm pissed off. Shit, I ain't gonna even front. I'm mad. So I don't even want to see Buddy. And I'm not on here trying to down talk him or shame him. I'm just giving y'all the backdrop on a situation, on stop playing and make it right. You know what I mean? And they just didn't do that. And so instead of them making it right, when I tell her, like, I don't want to come to your crib if I'm going to be offensive for not speaking to him, because this is your guy. You live with this guy. You love this guy. I'm not trying to turn you and him against each other. I'm not even asking you to take my side on this situation. What I'm saying now, because me and you done already talked about it, I'm done with him. So I don't like to walk into people's house and be disrespectful. I'm utmost and respectful about any and everything I do. So in return, my buddy get pissed off at me, call me a few names and stuff like that. So I blocked her. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't finna go down there. I ain't finna be messy. I ain't finna be drama. And I blocked her. She said some rough stuff about him too. You dig what I'm saying? I guess she called herself checking us both, which you wasn't in a position to do that. It's just wrong. So what am I saying? The moral of the story is this: stop playing and make it right. Bro, you know better than that, man. When you take people money and you come to do a job for somebody, you got to come on, man, and get them people what they come. And we as black people, we always do that shit to each other. Like, we didn't get no receipt from you, dog. We know you. I'm out there. They done did little cool stuff for my mom. Like, if I give them a ride somewhere, like when they was in between cars, they would just take stuff and just buy my mom stuff and just send it here. Send Bernice this, take Bernice that. So I know that they love her. I know that, you know what I mean, this ain't no utmost like disrespect, like they meant to do it. But fam, you just ain't handling your business. And when does it come to a point where you as a man stop playing and make it right? You dig what I'm saying? Local said, don't make me gas up. But listen, I wasn't gonna even let it go there, because I love her so much that the best thing I could do, sometimes you just have to do that. You just gotta cut people off. You know what I mean? So I ain't about to sit on the phone and play phone tag with you about who's right, who's wrong with the name calling, all that. It's just like, fam, you cut off. And so now, we got some cousins that's supposed to come through. They gonna fix it, and it still ain't been fixed yet. And the job started in October. You know what I mean? Way before like Halloween. It started in October. You dig what I'm saying? And so I don't know. But that's what I'm saying, man. Sometimes when you wrong, you gotta make it right. Sometimes, man, ain't nobody even gotta tell you. You know better than that. Yeah, I feel you on that one, Jerry Ann. Let's post that. That's dope. Jerry Ann says, silence is the loudest, most respected. And that's real. Because sometimes being cool. I'm glad you said that, because one of the things, I got something that's in there. So okay, that's what I was trying to say by one of the examples that I have for stop playing and make it right. You know, because it was too much love involved. It's too much love, like far as like, speaking and greeting and stuff. Like would do anything for them, they'd do anything for me. We got each other's back, and we let that one little bitty, and I ain't gonna say we, you let that one little bitty hiccup just kind of like destroy our friendship. And on my end, I ain't gonna even front. If I see him, I'm big enough. I'm probably, shake his hand or something to say what's up. I ain't the type to hold on to a grudge forever, but you just can't do no more work for us, man. And that's how that's gonna be. And and her, she's the type to hold a grudge like all day. So I'll give her a couple of months or something. And when we see each other, it'll be love. I'm gonna show y'all this other video because this kind of explains a lot too. But check this out.
And if there's one thing I'd like to just suggest to anybody out there that has a sibling or parent, relative, good friend that you haven't talked to in a while because of a little falling out, a little dispute, don't wait until they have to be gone for you to realize just how little it is. It doesn't have to be like that. Make the phone call, man. Send a text, shit, even write a letter. Swallow your pride, open your mind, and meet in the middle. Because these little problems are just that, they're little. And I realize that now. All those little disputes, they're tiny. They don't mean shit to me now. And I shouldn't have blew them up to be so big. Drag my feet on the tile as I'm walking down the corridor.
Local Los, I feel you, Los. Local Los said especially about mom dukes. I think people can resonate with that. Don't nobody play about their mama. If your mama's still here on this earth, man, ain't nobody playing about their mama. Deanna, what's going down? She said, that's the truth. Life is too short to hold grudges. Yeah, we finna talk about that. Benita says we weren't beefing, but I give anything to be able to talk to my little sis one more time. I know that's right. You dig what I'm saying? And so, especially like in a situation like that, Benita, I understand that because I'm about to move into this zone right here, and I talk about my little brother because everybody know that last year, the last time I've been in Nap, it was for the family reunion, and so we fell out, you know, and what was going on is we just I don't know, man. Our family is tagged with, what I mean, with a problem, and I just put it like that. And this particular day, little bro was feeling it. Remember we talked about that monkey oil, what I mean. Little bro was feeling it, man. And we got into an argument about something as stupid as what 225 looks like when you working out. And so I'm trying to tell him, you know what I mean? 225 is 245 plates with the bar, you know, and then vice versa. The family pack is 245s, 235s, two quarters, and that's your 255. When you get to the 255 out there on the weight pal in the joint, um, you pretty nice if you could push up 255. And I mean, nice is really like 300. You got some guys in the 400 club, and when you start getting to the threes, I mean, them is some dogs out there. But to be a little guy, you know what I mean, to hit like 255 for like, four times, like that was love for me. You know what I mean? I'm only weighing like 170 or something like that, so that was really like love. But make it a thing. He works out, I work out. And so we got to arguing, and it went left like so quick. I mean, it went left so fast that my daughter didn't even know what happened. And so, she don't know, about some of the stuff I be trying to tell her, about my father's side of the family, and the struggles that we have with alcohol, you know. And Quint is her uncle. And so when we was there, she had, come on, Unc, take a shot. So she got Casamigos, she got Patron. They doing Patron, they doing shots, not knowing that little bro sometimes that can send him. You know what I mean? Cause me, him, my dad, a couple of other family members, we was tagged with that bug. It's some of us that just can't drink. So people be like, okay, you don't drink no more. That's one of the reasons why I don't drink no more. You dig what I'm saying? I feel a lot better that I don't. But my dad, he stopped drinking, you know what I mean? And I stopped drinking because we can't handle the liquor. So little bro gets amped up. He goes through his little phase, and then all of a sudden now we outside at the family reunion, and he done went and knuckled up. I'm so mad now because he done cussed me out in front of my daughter and in front of my grandson. You know what I mean? So now I'm pissed off, and I wanna do something to him. But you know what I mean? I'm glad that God has made me a little bit more mature because we got beautiful aunties and family members out there that respect, especially his mom is out there, his daughters is out there. And so to make a long story short, bro swung on me. You know what I mean? And like I said, when somebody offends you and they hurt you, man, I'm gonna give it to you raw. It'll play in your mind like on what you want to do to this person, how you want to hurt this person. You know what I mean? Even if he is my brother, man, it didn't play it out to me like, man, I really want to fuck this nigga up. Like, you nigga, like, don't play with me. Like, don't ever do this. But did you hear what my man said? These little bitty things are minute because if I ever have to go see my brother in a casket, I ain't gonna be no good. You know what I mean? Because that's my little dude. And like when he ain't going through these little phases that he was going through, that's my ride or my die. This nigga will call me, I don't care, get his taxes and stuff like that. Check your cash app, nigga. I just sent you something. Just put something in your pocket. Like, man, I didn't ever ask you for that. I don't care. He'd just do it. You know what I'm saying? He just do shit without moving. I come up, he'll throw me some shades or something like that. I get ready to leave. He'll put like one of his brand new colognes inside my bag. Here, take this. I want you to have this. You dig what I'm saying? And ever since I came home, always like support me. In the joint, he would send me like little 50 balls and stuff. So it's like that's my nigga, my nigga, my nigga. You know what I mean? And so something like that ain't finna come between us. No matter how mad I done got, it ain't finna come between us. And so, um, like my man was saying on the thing, sometimes you got to make the call. He done blocked me. He got me blocked on Facebook and he got my phone number blocked in his phone. So we can't talk. You dig what I'm saying? And so my birthday was just on the 4th. And then his birthday was on the 12th. So, we Pisces. And so it's just like, me and him were supposed to talk this month. We really should have talked. We should have chopped it up. When I went out to LA, he should have been hitting me on the phone. He should have been a part of that whole little thing because he celebrate everything he do. I know he love me. I'm the big brother, and he know that. You dig what I'm saying? That's not a question. But sometimes when you're going through those little phases, it's hard for you to see that. And so he just had a moment where he just had a bad day. And so what I'm saying to any of y'all that's got siblings or like family members, and you've had a bad day, don't let that day wreck y'all family. Don't let that, because me and my old man, we chop it up. And what's so crazy is uh he's going to the Cat Williams concert too. And so when I talked to him Saturday, I was kind of hesitant to go. Somebody had some tickets and they invited me. I was kind of hesitant to go because I just left from LA. You can't leave the barbershop too many weekends when you got people that like to get their hair cut. They counting on me, man. And so I like to be there. When I do something, I like to give it 100%. But when he said, him and my mom and them, they going to the Cat Williams, I'm like, I gotta pull up now. You dig what I'm saying? Because I know he gonna be clean, and so this April 6th that weekend, I'm gonna take some pics of me and him and her, and y'all get a chance to see where I kind of get this from. Even with the car rolling clean, he the one that talked about telling me you gotta put some Vogues on the lack. So that's what it was about me putting the Vogues on the lack, and then didn't want to put them on the factory rims because the factory rims were scratched up. So it turned into me putting some shoes on there. Don't really care about stuff like that. So that wasn't a floss move. That was just I needed some tires. But make a long story short, I got to go over the nap, and he gonna have to come out that room. He gonna have to come and give me a hug. So you know what I mean. We're gonna have to hug it out. We're gonna have to talk. You dig what I'm saying? We're gonna have to get together. We're just gonna have to chop it up. You know what I mean? I do want an explanation, like, bro, what is it that you're gonna do to get better? You know what I mean? Because we can't have this at the family gatherings because his daughters and my daughter, they arguing and stuff. They love their dad. My Nubia is a fucking natural born killer about her dad. You dig what I'm saying? And so that's my little goon. That's my mini me. That's me trapped into a female's body all over again. So Nubia, that's just Sugar Bear trapped into a female's body. And so, make a long story short, it blew up. It went bad. We ain't talked in almost a year. And my dad was asking me about it, and he already know when I pull up in Nap, that's where I live at. That's my second home. I'm coming over there. To lay down. I'm coming over there to eat. From there to Auntie Marianne to Auntie Geneva to Auntie Betty Joe, maybe Gloria Jean. Then I gotta stop at them houses, and wherever I see my little brother, we gotta make it right. And so, what am I saying, man? I'm saying this right here. If you got a sibling that's here on this earth, like listen to what Benita is saying. Benita just called it. She was like, her and her sister wasn't beefing, but she would kill just for the moment to go back to holler at Beck and just give Beck a hug, just to just to say I love you. You know what I mean? Because you never know when life is just gonna throw you a curveball and somebody gone. They hear 1 minute and we get content. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, you over there? Oh, I'm in Arizona. I'm chilling. Hey, what y'all doing? See each other on Facebook. Oh, what's up? What's up? And we say it like that, but we never know when it's our time to leave this place. And you never got that chance to say I love you. You dig what I'm saying? You never got a chance to tell somebody, listen, man, what's up? And me and him we gotta get this back together because this ain't for us. This ain't for our family. This ain't for us. And we ain't finna do this. You dig what I'm saying? And so if I gotta be the bigger person to go over here, man, and snatch this nigga out the room and just give him a hug and let him know, like, look, nigga, I love you. You swung on me. That shit didn't hurt you. Hit like a girl. Whatever. You dig what I'm saying? Stop playing with me. You dig what I'm saying? Only thing I really want to know is like, you see what your dad went through. You see what your brother had to go through. I just did 15 years from my drinking and bad decision making and being on my bullshit. Don't let that happen to you. He done went through some little shit too, but I just really want him to get it together. But that's the message for that part right there. Make it right with your family. I don't care if it's your sister, your brother, your mom, your father, your auntie, your uncle, a cousin, one of your best friends. Jada, I wish that we can really make this shit right. You dig what I'm saying? And get back to us because it's a beautiful thing when we clicking on all cylinders, when we loving and eating and stuff like that. I rather love than to be on hate. It's That's too much energy. You know what I mean? And it's whack energy on top of that. I ain't got no time to be mad and what I mean, what you doing and all this and that. No, man, we ain't finna do that. You know what I'm saying? Life is too short. And straight up. And I ain't got no time for that. I don't want I don't want God blocking my blessings because we sitting up here mad at each other, can't hold a grudge. I got one more video I'm gonna show y'all, and I want y'all to listen to this because you gotta do this one. And make sure that this is the last one before I go out. I get out of here. I gotta go to work, or we would keep talking, but I gotta go to work. Let me show y'all this one.
I owe myself an apology for putting myself in spaces where I knew I wasn't respected, wanted, appreciated, loved, or valued, but I stayed for the sake of our history. I owe myself an apology for putting people who never appreciated me above myself. I owe myself an apology for worrying so much about what other people think and not focusing enough on just being me. I owe myself an apology for doubting myself at every turn, when I know I have all the capabilities to be better than everyone else. I owe myself an apology for wasting so much time in front of a screen, when there is a big, beautiful world out there. I owe myself an apology for listening to others when I should have just listened to my gut, because my gut has never failed me. Sometimes we spend so much time apologizing to others, we forget to apologize to the person that matters most, ourselves. As always, stay guarded, my friend.
And last but not least, you owe an apology to yourself. And what do I mean by that? Um, Sometimes people get into the habit of beating themselves up for something that didn't happen in your past or something that happened in your life like a long time ago. And you can't go back and change it. Ain't nothing you can do about what you did yesterday. But what you can do is wake up today and make something shake. Long as God wake you up and give you the energy, I keep telling you that. That's one of my favorite pet peeves and one of the things that I live by. If God wake me up tomorrow, that means that he ain't done with me. So I got to get up and I got to get going. I got to grind. I got to try to figure it out. And I'm just gonna be a better person every day I wake up and fix those flaws. So you owe it to yourself, to apologize to yourself. Like when you ain't been the best you when you could have been. You done messed up in some relationships. You done messed up a job. You done messed up some money. You done messed up a lot of stuff. You done messed it up with the family. But man, if you stay in that rut, you're gonna be down there forever. So you might as well go ahead and apologize to yourself and stop. You done let somebody misuse you or mistreat you, or you done been in an abusive relationship and you should have got out of there. Now you done spent 10 to 15, 20 years in this relationship. Now you feeling like you ain't even dating material no more. That's a lie. You know, some people out here that just got as many flaws as you got, and they gonna love for y'all to get together and chop it up and talk about y'all flaws and go ahead and let God bless y'all. So don't do that. But just remember, man, stop playing and make it right. It just makes sense. You know what I mean? It just makes sense. Stop, man, before something happens and you don't get a chance to see this person or tell this person I love you. Go ahead and make this right, especially when you know you're wrong. You know, don't use sorry as an excuse, because when you burn that out, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work like that no more. And accept an apology. Stop being so hardcore that when somebody offended you and they did something to you. Now, I can't speak on all situations. You dig what I'm saying? I will not do that, because there could be some situations where somebody has really hurt you, you know, and they might try to apologize and you just don't want to hear nothing from them. You don't want to talk to them. You don't even want to see their face. You know, it can get deep like that. But here's the thing that somebody told me, and I'm going to leave you with this and I'm gone. Forgive others as quickly as you expect God to forgive you. And that's the one thing you got to remember. You got to always remember this, no matter what happened. You dig what I'm saying? If God forgives you for your funk, then you got to forgive other people for their funk. And you got to also be willing to, you know what I mean, to say, I'm sorry, to forgive. I'm like, man, go back and make it right with people. Because God is in the business of taking people and making it right. No matter how wrong you've been, no matter what wrong you've done, God will always be like, come holler at me. And you know you would do it. Soon as you mess up and you get yourself in a jam, I don't care who you is, you go to jail and you looking at some big time. I guarantee you, when you get to that cell, you're gonna get you a daily bread. You finna get one of them Bibles from them people, and you finna get to praying. For real, for real, for real. You finna get to praying. So just as much as you expect God to forgive you, as quickly as you want him to do it, you like, man, God, please come through. I promise you I'll never do this again. The same way that you want God to look out for you gotta have that same type of attitude towards them people. You know what I mean? You got to do the same thing. And so me, I learned that, and I practiced that. You know, I'm mad for like a second, but then I'll get over it. You know, I'll get over a grudge. I ain't the grudge holding type. I don't like it. It's too much energy in that. Then your face is screwed up. You're walking around mean mugging, and then you don't do nothing but look ugly. So when you laugh is medicine for the soul. So anytime you get a chance to laugh, you know, like our family, me, we clowns. We like to laugh. We like to chop it up and have a good time. It keeps you looking good. It keeps you looking healthy. It keeps you loving life, man. The world is already wicked. We don't need nobody else walking around with a screwed up face. So that's it. If it's somebody that you need to make it right with, stop playing, make it right. And if it's a loved one or something like that, and they offended you and they don't want to come holler at you, they don't want to say nothing, stop playing, make it right. You know, um, if it's you beating yourself down for something, stop. Stop playing. Make it right with yourself. Like, get with God. Get on your knees and pray. Ask God to forgive you. Then forgive yourself, man, and get up and give it 100%. Because every day I live on this planet, I'm finna try to get to it. I'm finna get to it. I ain't giving it no slack. I ain't giving it no rest, man. Every day I'm trying to make money every day, and that's how that's gonna go. Listen, man, I love y'all. I gotta go to work, and so this week will be Easter Sunday. They still trying to make us work on Easter Sunday, on the day that the Lord was resurrected. You want me to come in here and work? That don't seem right, man. It don't seem right nowhere on this planet. Like I don't know. Maybe they ain't Christians. I don't know. I don't get it. All right, hey, what's up, Wayne? Man, I did not know when I just seen your cousin. We just talked on Facebook, and I did not know that that's who I was talking to, my dude. I did not know. He says, take 6 muscles to smile and 25 to look mad. Oh, look, listen, look at check this out. So Wayniac says, I'm laughing my ass off, but listen, it only takes 6 muscles to smile, but it takes 25 muscles to look mad. So that means you got to fix, you know how you got your eyebrows, you got to fix your jaws, you got to frown up your lip and shit like that. But to smile, you know what I mean? It only take like 6 muscles. Hey man, people look so beautiful when they smile. You dig what I'm saying? So remember that song they used to have, I practice looking hard. You dig what I'm saying? Cut that out, man. That ain't for us, man. That ain't what we doing in 2024. And the 24 stands for Mamba season. Rest in peace to Kobe, man. I love y'all, man. I'm gone, man. I gotta go to work and go in here and do whatever. I don't know. Okay, God tells us to be merciful unto others like He is merciful unto us. That's real talk. So just remember that, though. Remember that before I go. I want to say that one more time. Forgive others as quickly as you expect God to forgive you.